Okay, so just do that when you come back in front of the jury in case anybody's keeping notes
Yes, Your Honor.
on what's been admitted, okay? Meaning the jurors. All right, is our panel ready to go?
Yes, Judge.
Raymond? Oh, hold on one second. Just stop them right there at the door real quick. Just so the media knows, we've got 2 witnesses this afternoon that have requested that their identities not be disclosed. One is Lorna, no,
That's her name.
Lorna Allen,
Yes, ma'am.
and then Sathan Wadakarami. Okay? Okay, with that, now we can bring them in.
All rise. All jurors are in, Judge.
Okay, very good. State call your next witness. Oh, before we go, we just need a couple of exhibits.
Yes, Your Honor.
We need to put-
21M to complete 21A through O, the state seeks to admit.
All right, that's without objection, correct? Okay, admitted. And then is there another exhibit? It had to be Exhibit 11? Is that something that need to be clarified now?
No, just
Okay.
the one photograph. We wanted to make sure Madam Clerk had a complete list from 21.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Your Honor.
All right,
Put this way, sir.
Okay. I don't know if we announced, Your Honor, the state's calling Detective David Alverson.
okay, very good. Raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name?
Detective David Alverson, A-L-V as in Victor, E-R-S-O-N.
How are you employed, sir?
I'm currently employed as a detective with the, within the Criminal Investigations Division for the City of Tampa Police Department.
How long have you worked for the city of Tampa?
Approximately 14 years.
With the Tampa Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Prior to that, did you work for an agency in Rhode Island?
Yes, I did.
And what agency was that?
The town of Johnston, Rhode Island?
And was that a police department?
Yes, it was.
All right. How long did you work for that city police department?
About 8 years.
All right. And were you at that time certified by Rhode Island standards as a law enforcement officer?
Yes, I was.
And at that time, had you attended a police academy?
Yes.
Was that in Rhode Island?
Yes, it was.
Down here in Florida, have you attended some kind of training to allow you to become a police officer when you moved here to the state of Florida?
Yes.
All right. And are you certified under state of Florida guidelines as a law enforcement officer here in the state of Florida?
Yes, I am.
Now, are you currently assigned to the homicide division?
Yes, I am.
Were you so assigned in June of 2024?
Yes.
So I want to talk to you about the homicide division. As a homicide detective, do you, in addition to your annual qualifications and certification trainings that you have to maintain your certification as a law enforcement officer, do you do additional training and attend classes as it relates to your position as a homicide detective?
Yes.
Have you done that over the last several years?
Yes.
All right. Now, in the homicide unit, first of all, here in the city of Tampa, how many supervisors are assigned to the homicide unit?
We have 2 sergeants that are assigned as our direct supervisors.
Okay. And did you have 2 sergeants back in June of 2024?
Yes.
All right. And those are detective sergeants that supervise the entire homicide division or unit?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, is the homicide unit at the Tampa Police Department, is it staffed by multiple detectives?
Yes. I believe there's currently a total of 12 detectives in the unit.
Okay. And was there approximately that many back in June of 2024? Was one of the detective sergeants back in June of 2024 Rachel Cholnick?
Yes.
Is she still currently a sergeant with the homicide unit?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Okay. When homicide detectives respond to homicide scenes, like in this case, within the city of Tampa, how does that work? How are you summoned normally to travel to the homicide scene?
Obviously, depending on the time of the day that the call is received, we're contacted by telephone, or if it's during business hours, directly while we're in the office. And we're assigned a specific duty as far as a member of the team that's been selected to respond to that specific scene.
Now, a lot of folks are aware of homicide units through TV shows such as The First 48 and things like that, where a lot of cities have 24-hour running homicide divisions. So I want to ask you about after hours, after business hours in the homicide unit of the Tampa Police Department. How does that work? Are there detectives who are actually in the office after business hours? And I'm talking about normal staffing hours at the Tampa Police Department, or are they on call?
No, usually the normal business hours, depending on your specific assignment, is either Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday, and it's usually a 10-hour day. Some of us come in early in the morning, so. Me specifically, I'm scheduled to work Monday through Thursday, and I work from 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening. Some of us get in a little bit earlier and leave a little bit earlier, some a little bit later. But generally speaking, normal business hours would be, sometime before 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Usually after that, that would be considered after normal business hours. And that's when, if there is an incident that we have to respond out to, the team would get called from home to respond to the scene.
Okay. And how is it determined who the team will be that is called out at after those not normal business hours, but the hours you described, like 7 to 6?
So we work on a rotating schedule for the assignment of lead detective. We basically, all of the names of all the detectives are on a board in the office, and if you're up for the next case, you're going to be the lead in that case. You get the phone call if you're at home to come in that there's a case that needs to be investigated. Then generally we'll have a detective that's assigned as the second or the assistant lead investigator. And then generally speaking, depending on the size of the scene, we normally try to have at least 2 detectives that are assigned as the scene investigators whose responsibility is to investigate the scene. Those names, the assistant lead and the scene investigators, is basically just based on the rotation and who's available and who's not available for call out that particular day. And it's, basically the decision of the detective sergeant that's answering the phones.
Okay. So let's say you are assigned to be the next lead, and you pick up a lead case at, say, 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, which is not uncommon, correct?
Not at all.
Getting called out in the middle of the morning.
No.
So you get called out in the middle of the morning, you pick that case up, and you start working it. You continue working it, now daylight comes, now it's 8 o'clock in the morning, you're working it during the business day. If there are leads occurring or there are developments in your investigation, will you continue to work that case?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we would continue to work. I mean, I personally have worked for well past 24 hours straight on a case. It just really depends on, as the leads come in, follow up on those leads when they come in, if it's something that needs to be followed up on right then and there. So obviously, every situation is different, but yeah, no, it would not be uncommon to continue to work a case 24 hours straight.
Okay, so especially if it's a situation where time is of the essence.
That's correct.
Like you have to go do this or you have to go do that. A search warrant, you have to perform or prepare a search warrant and make sure that search is conducted because for whatever reasons, time may be an exigency at that point. It may be something that's important or critical.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So you mentioned assignments as lead, assistant lead, and crime scene or scene detectives. In this case, when you responded to the scene of this case, were you assigned a specific role?
Yes, I was.
And what was that?
I was assigned as one of the scene investigators.
And was there another detective assigned with you as a scene investigator?
Yes.
And who was that?
Detective Matthew Kirkpatrick.
All right. And you and Detective Kirkpatrick are assigned to that scene. Are you going to be working alongside other TPD personnel?
Yes, various crime scene technicians. Generally the detective sergeant that was on call would obviously be at the scene, and then various other resources that are available depending on what we would need, whether it be street crimes units, patrol units, to assist us with what we need assistance with.
So the other question I had is if you pick a case up where a case occurs before business hours, such as this case that occurred at around 4:30, 4:40 in the morning, and detectives get out there and now business hours come, detectives that are working the normal business hours that day, are they going to assist if called upon?
Yes.
The homicide division, under the supervision of the two detective sergeants, does the homicide division investigate homicides as teams, as a team?
Yes.
Is it considered to be a team investigation?
Yes, very much so.
All right. And as that investigation proceeds, do the detectives at times meet and discuss the investigation and possible follow-ups and things that need to be done?
Yes, we generally, especially if there's an active case that we're investigating, we generally try to have regular meetings in the office where the lead investigator discusses progress in the case, potential leads in the case, assigns out assignments to other detectives that are available to assist, whether it be video or whatever it may be.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's very common.
Now, when did you come into the homicide unit?
2021.
21, so 4 years ago.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when you came into the homicide unit, had you worked homicide before that?
No.
So you were new to homicide?
Yes.
All right. Are there more experienced detectives that are part of that team?
Yes.
And do they make themselves available to consult with you and with other junior detectives or detectives coming in new to homicide?
Yes.
Before you come into homicide, are most of the detectives who are assigned to homicide, are they seasoned detectives who have worked in other areas of the Tampa Police Department or other agencies?
It depends. Like myself specifically, I was a detective in the crime gun intelligence unit prior to moving over to investigating shootings and violent crime with firearms. We have detectives that were detectives at the district level that were investigating property crimes, robberies, anything that was handled at the district level. We've also had some detectives that have come up to the unit that are that were working on street crimes units, so doing plainclothes investigations. So generally the people that come up, while they may not be seasoned detectives prior to, they definitely have because it's a hand-picked unit, they definitely have experience in investigations and criminal investigations.
So they have investigative experience.
That's correct.
Are there detectives that come from narcotics investigation?
Absolutely.
Okay. And when you get called to a homicide at the Tampa Police Department and you respond out, by the time homicide is contacted and the supervisor, I'm assuming, is contacted first?
Yes.
And then that supervisor contacts the detectives, whoever the next lead detective on the list is,
That's correct.
and the assistant lead and the crime scene detectives if they're necessary, the scene detectives.
That's correct.
All right. By the time you all get out there, uniform's already there?
Yes.
Has a crime scene normally been established by the time you arrive?
Yes.
And are there uniformed officers guarding the perimeter, working the perimeter of the crime scene to ensure its integrity?
Yes.
Was that the case in this case when you arrived at the crime scene?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Do you remember in this case when you were notified by Sergeant Sholnick to respond to this scene?
I believe I was contacted at approximately 5:45 in the morning.
And do you remember approximately when you arrived?
Approximately 6:45, 6:50.
When you arrived, were there uniformed officers on scene?
Yes, there were.
And had a crime scene been established?
A very large one, yes.
Crime scene tape was up?
That's correct.
Were there different sections of this hotel complex that were part of the crime scene
Yes, there were.
and taped off?
Yes.
Was there a south or southeast entrance area, and then was there a north entrance that was in an area that kind of ran parallel to Fowler?
Yes, there was the north entrance being the entrance to the Holiday Inn. It's in that complex. The south part of the scene being the front entrance portico area of the Home 2 Suites.
Okay.
And then the entire perimeter itself had an outer perimeter around it as well.
So I'm going to show you what's been marked as States 1, and you've previously seen this exhibit?
Yes,
Okay. So you've talked about the north entrance, that would be this entrance up here.
that's correct.
And was there an area here around Black Dodge Charger that had been marked off by the time you arrived?
Yes,
And down here on this end, was there an area down here that had been taped off?
yes,
And when I say down here, on the bottom right-hand corner of the exhibit, this is States Exhibit 1, and that would be near the portico entrance to the Home 2 Suites?
yes, sir.
Would that be where my finger is pointing now on the bottom of the photograph?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then there's this southeast entrance here off McKinley,
That's correct.
or North 40. When you responded out there, you've indicated that there was a very large crime scene.
Yes.
So there were portions on the south end of that scene and the north end that had been marked off?
Yes, pretty much the entirety of the scene had an outside perimeter of crime scene tape, and then the specific areas of interest being the Dodge Charger, the portico area of the Home 2 Suites, the front entrance of the Holiday Inn. Those had an inner perimeter of
Right.
crime scene tape delineating those specific areas as well.
Okay. So let's talk about the area here where my pen is pointing, where the Dodge Charger was located. Was it called to your attention that there was a blood trail leading into this Holiday Inn down this sidewalk
Yes,
that I'm pointing to? Okay. And did you advise crime scene technicians to both photograph and document that area?
I did.
And was it brought to your attention that uniformed officers earlier that morning had gone in searching for shooters or victims and had located two individuals who had been shot that were up on the third floor?
Yes,
Okay. Well, those people were gone by the time you arrived?
yes, they were.
All right. Now, you've indicated you and Detective Kirkpatrick were assigned as the crime scene investigators or crime scene detectives. Who was the lead detective in this case?
Detective Juan Ramos,
And who was his assistant lead?
Detective Aaron Campbell.
All right. So I want to talk to you first about Detective Campbell. Are you familiar with Detective Campbell?
Yes,
Did you work with him for several years as a homicide detective?
yes,
And was Detective Campbell what you would consider a seasoned detective?
Overruled, go ahead.
yes, he was.
And did Detective Campbell have prior experience at the Polk County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, he was a homicide detective with Polk County Sheriff's Office for several years before leaving the Sheriff's Office and being employed by the City of Tampa.
Okay. And has he worked for the City of Tampa for many years?
Yes, he has.
Detective Ramos, was he someone who had prior experience in investigations?
Yes,
And he had been recently brought into homicide before this case?
that's correct.
He's assigned as lead, you and Detective Kirkpatrick are assigned to the scene, and Detective Campbell is now assisting Detective Ramos. In addition to working that scene that morning, did you end up doing other investigation that took you to Polk County and to Duval County of the northeast corner of the state?
Yes,
So did you also, as part of this team effort, assist Detective Ramos and Detective Campbell?
yes,
And in fact, when you traveled to the northeast section of the state, to Jacksonville, to Duval County, was that because Detective Ramos and Detective Campbell were somewhere outside of the state?
Yes.
And where were they?
They were in Gwinnett County, Georgia.
State 7A, did you view this in the crime scene, this motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you notice damage to the motor vehicle consistent with gunfire?
Yes.
Is that pretty much all of those, where those yellow tape markings are?
Yes.
Okay. State 7B, did it appear a lot of the gunfire was directed into the windshield?
Yes.
Okay. States 7E, and I'll direct your attention down here to the right corner of the photograph, and then state 7F. Did that appear to be an entrance damage, I guess, or hole that had been caused by gunfire coming in from the side of the vehicle?
Yes.
Seven E, in the back passenger window, again, was there apparent gunfire, a hole in the window and shattering the window that appeared to come in from the passenger side of the motor vehicle?
I don't recall if it appeared to come in from the passenger side. It could have very well been a shot that went through the vehicle.
And exiting out?
Yes, but there were some apparent bullet strikes or bullet damage to the passenger side of the vehicle.
Stage 7G, just to give you some perspective, this appears to be one of the seats inside of the car.
Yes.
And is this on the top of one of the door frames?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And just from the damage and the fact that there was paint missing around that, does that appear to be where a bullet is entering?
In that particular case, I would say that is probably more consistent with an exit.
An exit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stage 7I, this appears to be the rear, let me back out here. Passenger side, I guess quarter window, past the B pillar, I'm not sure what you would call this, but a little small window at the back of that door.
Yes.
Door. Okay, so it's another impact of this window back here, a separate impact.
Yes, sir.
And all of that's on the passenger side?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Stage 7K going on to the driver's side. Did there appear to be damage running along the driver's side of the car, not from gunfire, but from some kind of impact to the car?
Yes.
Or the car impacting something?
Yes.
Did there also appear to be damage from gunfire on the driver's side?
Yes, there were.
And I believe this is another mark here from an impact,
Yes, sir.
and possibly another mark here on the, so two on the driver's door.
Yes, sir.
7L, that's a close-up of the one we were just looking at. 7M. 7N, underneath the driver's side, side view mirror, an impact.
Yes.
And then 7P, there appears to be an impact to the side view mirror.
That's correct.
6B, and we can see a red and gray here between the two seats. Is that the back and lower back and possibly the rear end of the decedent?
Yes, it is.
Okay. States 6E. Can we here in this photograph see the legs and the upper legs of the victim?
Yes, sir.
6F, the upper body here in the back seat, that would be the right arm and hand and the victim's head and his hair hanging out of that cap.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So did it appear to you that he had at some point attempted to crawl into the back seat?
His positioning was consistent with that.
6G, and I'm going to come back to this, but was the Charger's rear window missing,
Yes, it was.
entirely missing?
Yes, sir.
6H, just another photograph of Mr. Jones in the back seat. 6I, is that Mr. Jones' lower legs?
Yes, sir.
So this isn't just, does this appear to you he tried to basically dive into the back seat?
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Is that consistent with someone who attempted to dive into the back seat, the position he's in?
If he knows.
Yes, it is.
Stage 6K, was there a phone in the front seat?
Yes, there's two.
Six M, had items been removed, or were they removed at some point and placed there for that photograph?
Yes, those were from the victim's pants pocket.
Okay. Stage 6N, and is that the victim's driver's license
Yes, sir.
with an address in Jacksonville, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Did it come to your attention very quickly in this investigation and the other detectives that the victim and most of the people involved in the scene that were still there, including the individuals who were shot, were from Jacksonville?
Yes, sir.
Stage 6O, was it brought to your attention that there was this Hyundai car sitting over here that was also involved in the shooting?
Yes, sir.
So, in homicide scenes, the victim's body reposing in the scene, being in the scene, is it uncommon or common for the victim's body to be in the crime scene for several hours?
What's the relevance?
I just want to explain to the jury why his body is still there in the daylight.
Go ahead.
Yes, it is common.
Okay. And is part of that based upon the jurisdiction over the body laying in another county agency here in Hillsborough County?
Yes, sir.
What agency is that?
The Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office.
Okay. And the medical examiner's office, is that an office that is staffed by forensic pathologists, medical doctors who conduct autopsies?
Yes, sir.
Is it their role and their job, in, especially in homicide cases, to determine cause and manner of death?
Yes, sir.
When homicide responds to a scene, do you contact other agencies to potentially respond?
Yes.
Is the medical examiner's office one of them?
Yes, sir.
Do they have a dispatch or someone that you all have a number for that you contact?
Yes.
And do they notify you and let you know whether an associate medical examiner, a medical doctor, or one of their investigators are coming to the scene?
Yes, they do.
Do investigators come to the scene pretty much every time?
Yes.
Do doctors come to the scene sometimes?
Yes, depending on the case and what time of day it is, whatever, but yes.
Before they arrive, do you, as the homicide investigators or crime scene, molest the body or change its position or move the body in any manner?
No.
Why not?
We don't have jurisdiction over the body. The body itself falls under the jurisdiction of the medical examiner's office.
All right. So you basically, if I'm understanding you right, you have to wait for them to arrive.
Yes.
When they arrive, do they then photograph and conduct their own investigation, photographing the scene around the body, the circumstances that the victim is found in?
Yes, they do.
And do they, at some point, manipulate the body?
Yes.
Do they normally search for injuries?
Yes.
In this case, would they have searched to manipulate the body and palpate and feel around the body for gunshot wounds and other injuries?
Yes.
If there are items left in the pants pockets of clothing or in suit pockets or what have you on a person's body, will they remove those and allow Tampa crime scene investigators to photograph them and take them?
Yes.
Does your agency work hand in hand, your unit, with the medical examiner's office in the investigation of deaths like this?
Yes, we do.
All right. And does it sometimes take a while for them to get there and respond?
Yeah, a combination, like just them getting there, but also us having to document and process the scene before the body is able to be removed. So that can take an extensive amount of time. So again, it's not uncommon for a body to stay on scene for several hours.
You mentioned you contact other agencies. Do you contact the state attorney's office?
Yes.
And is there a homicide or a assistant state attorney assigned to the homicide division or one of the division chiefs at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office that commonly will respond
Yes.
to the scene?
Yes.
And do they assist in determinations as far as search warrants and other legal issues?
Yeah, they're to assist us with the legal issues.
Now, were you at some time or at some point in this investigation summoned to the south end of the hotel? I'm showing States 5A.
Yes.
Okay. And do you recognize this area in the lower left corner of the photograph as the entrance to the home and suites?
Yes.
States 5B, is that a photograph facing west at the south end of the home to suites?
Yes.
5C, just another photograph actually depicting some debris in the road here.
Yes.
5D, and I want to ask you about this. This is a photograph from the south facing north, is that right?
Yes, looking directly at the entrance door and portico area.
So this would be the doors to the lobby?
Yes, sir.
All right. This motor vehicle, in your review of this case, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but you all recovered some video in this case that depicted the actual shooting. Was that car sitting in that same position during the shooting?
Yes.
Did your investigation reveal who that belonged to?
Yes.
Who was that?
It was the night clerk that was working the night of the shooting. The overnight clerk, I should say.
And that car, did it sustain damage from gunfire?
Yes.
Other than being owned by the night clerk, was it related in any way to the case?
Not at all.
States 5E, a photograph facing to the east from the southwest. Is that accurate, on the south end?
Yes, sir.
States 5F. This photograph, you tell me, what is that? What part of the hotel does that show, the home to suites?
So that's going to be the west side of the building. This is essentially the taken from the southwest corner of the property itself, looking down the west side of the building, and right off to the side by that white SUV, you can kind of see that includes the westernmost portion of the entrance portico area of the hotel.
Did your investigation reveal that there is like a patio and pool area in this area on the west side of the building?
Yes, sir.
And were there cameras located in those areas?
Yes, there were.
Were there cameras located on the south end of the building that reflected areas here in the south and southeast of the south end of the building?
Yes, sir.
through the investigation, was it determined that windows and walls on this west side of the building had been struck by gunfire?
Yes, all the way at the very northwest corner of the building.
So all the way down here?
Yes, sir.
That would have been, well, let me move to another question. States 5G, this photograph of cars on this side, here on the west side of that south, I guess it would be the southwest corner of the property?
Yes, that's essentially the last photo you just showed was oriented northeast, essentially looking at the building. This is just looks like it's taken from the same area, just oriented more due north.
And we see the Holiday Inn up here.
That's correct.
All right. Now, were several cars parked in this perimeter going down this west side and across the south end of the building? Were they struck?
There were multiple cars that were struck, yes, sir.
Did review of the video in this case that you collected reflect the path that the Dodge Charger took to end up where it was located on the north end of the property?
Yes, sir.
Is part of that path reflected in that photograph?
Yes, it is.
Can you, if you could, stand up and show us the path just in that photograph that would have been covered, or the areas covered by the Dodge Charger in flight from the shooting?
You can actually see, so essentially there is a dumpster, concrete structure with a dumpster. That's this right here, this tan rectangle object that you can see. In between the right side, as you're looking at the photo, of that dumpster area and the building, there is a grassy area that's basically just big enough for a vehicle to fit through. You can actually see on the pavement here the vehicle fluids that were leaking from the victim's vehicle as it fled. Basically fled, went right in between the dumpster area and the building, and wound up coming to rest where we found it.
All right. And that car that's parked there obviously wasn't there.
No, that's a police vehicle.
That's a police vehicle, okay. All right, so Detective, I'm going to go back to the aerial photograph in Exhibit 1 real quick. This little gray area right there, is that part of that fluid trail? Or does it appear to be where the fluid trail would have been?
Yeah, it appears to be where the fluid trail was, or the
Right.
approximate location of it.
So you've indicated that the victim's car followed a path going north here through the parking lot and then went in between the building here and the dumpster there. So in this area, are there some kind of barriers here or curbs that it would have gone over?
Yes, there's a curb there.
States 5K. In this photograph, do we see the south end of the Holiday Inn?
Yes, that's the southeast corner of the building.
Southeast corner?
Yes, sir.
And then this would be the dumpster you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
And then this would be the edge of that dumpster that the Charger passed across?
That's correct.
So the Charger, and we can kind of see that fluid trail here, the Charger would have gone over that curb?
Yes.
Stage 5I. In this photograph, do we see, looks like some kind of substance here on the curb?
Yes.
Does that appear to be a continuation of that fluid trail coming out of the engine?
Yes, sir.
And then are there items in here or markings that are consistent with the vehicle traveling through here?
Yes, there are.
In the video, can you actually see the cars the lights on the car bumping up and down as it passes through this area?
Yes.
Okay. We looked at transfer on the driver's side of the Charger. Could that have been caused here in this area?
Yes, we actually believe it was possibly caused by it actually sideswiping that vehicle that you see parked there.
Okay, sideswiping a car that was parked on that side.
Yes, sir.
Stage 5M, I want to draw your attention to these items laying in the grass here. All right. And this would be the eastern side of that, that little structure next to the dumpster.
Yes, like photo is basically taken with, if your back would be facing the northwest corner of the Home 2 Suites building, looking directly west
Right.
at the dumpster.
Okay. And it shows the little sidewalk that it looks like the vehicle traveled across.
Yes, sir.
Stage 5 in this parking lot, can you see that fluid trail?
Yes.
So in this in this parking spot, are there small curbs at the far end of the parking spots for stops, tire stops?
Yes.
Does it appear that the Charger went over this also,
Yes.
that concrete barrier?
Yes, sir.
Stage 5O, and it's your belief that it impacted this motor vehicle?
Yes, there was some minor damage to that vehicle that was consistent with a sideswipe type collision.
Stage 5P. Stage 5Q. And now we can see almost the wet glistening of that fluid.
Yes, sir.
So that fluid, that damage to that car, did it appear to have been caused during the shooting?
Yes.
Not because of impacting anything?
I mean, it's hard to tell, but the fact that the fluid trail started basically where the vehicle was located at the portico and led through that area, at least some of those fluids were from the result of gunfire.
Stage 5R, and do we see the continuation of the fluid trail all the way up to the victim's car?
Yes.
The
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want to go back to stage 5M. These items on the ground here. Stage 5N. This item. What are those items?
They appear to be the plastic molding from underneath the vehicle that are shrouds from underneath the vehicle in the area of the engine compartment of the vehicle.
Stage 5P. What is this item?
That is the rear windshield of the victim's vehicle, or rear window.
Is it believed that that popped off of the vehicle when it was making impact with these barriers?
Potentially.
Okay. And does the window appear to be shattered?
Yes, it does.
Your Honor, we would tender states 8A as an alpha through O as an omega.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Okay, admitted.
States 8A. In this photograph, we see to the left side in this photograph of the entrance portico to the Home 2 Suites, we see yellow cones. What are those?
Those are evidence markers.
Okay, and why are they there?
Those are marking items of evidence for documentation of the scene.
And in fact, there's one here 23 to the south of the portico. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, earlier I talked to you about cars along this edge of the western part of that south end parking lot, and then down here on the south end. Were there cars on both sides that were impacted by gunfire?
I believe, well, there was one vehicle that's no longer pictured there. In the earlier picture, there was an orange Ford Bronco. That was one of the vehicles that was struck. And I believe the other vehicle that was struck that was actually parked on the east side of the building, opposite of that, so on the other side of the portico.
Are you aware of a minivan that was struck in this area?
Yes, but to my recollection, the minivan was parked on the east side of the building.
On the east side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. States 8C. Now, these markings in here, these evidence markers, you said they're marking evidence. What type of evidence is that?
The majority of that was either shell casings, fired shell casings, or pieces of bullet fragmentation jacketing.
States 8D. We see this area under this tree on the very south west corner of the building and the landscaping. And around it appears to be gravel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then we see a bunch of gravel in the parking lot. In the video of the shooting, can you see something that may have affected that and caused that gravel to be dislodged into the asphalt in the drive?
Yes, sir. As the victim's vehicle was fleeing from the portico area, it traveled and went up onto that gravel area as it continued on its path of travel.
States 8H. Going around this corner here of the building on the other side of this Lexus SUV, is there a sidewalk that leads up the west side?
Yes.
And does that lead into that patio area where the pool is?
Yes, sir.
In the video of the shooting, does it appear one of the shooters moves through that area?
Yes, sir.
State 8J, these evidence markers here, again, marking either shell casings or projectile fragments.
Yes, sir.
States 8K, there are markers now in this photograph that were seen underneath the portico. Are those mostly marking projectile fragments?
Yes, sir.
States 8L. So we have evidence markers underneath the portico leading up here against the south wall of the building. And again, are the majority of these in this area fragments?
Yes.
State would tender states 15A through J as in Juliet.
Any objection? Admitted? Do you recognize what's depicted in the photograph?
Yes, sir.
And what part of the building is that?
That's the front of the building, underneath the portico on what would be the southeast corner of the building.
Okay. And these are 4 large, ground almost to ceiling windows here?
Yes, sir.
And is one of them, or does one of them appear to have been affected?
Yes.
Is it this one, the third one?
Yes, sir.
And this down here, is that shattered glass
Yes, it is.
at marker 24?
Yes, sir.
And does that appear to be from gunfire?
It does.
States 15B, just a close-up photograph. States 15C associated to that, was there an impact in the corner of the window?
Yes.
And we can see, this is the frame of the window, and you can see broken glass inside of it, is that correct?
Yes.
And is this the impact of the fire projectile?
Yes, it is.
States 15D, is that one of the impacts to the window?
Yes, it is.
This would be the ground down here, and this would be a wall?
Yes, sir. I believe if you're there, it'd be directly to the left of those windows.
Yeah. States 15A. So it would be to the west of the windows?
To the west, yes, sir.
Okay. Does there appear to be an impact here on the wall?
Yes, sir.
States 15F, is that just a close-up of the impact?
Yes, it is.
States 15G, the night clerk's car, the Ford.
Yes, sir.
15H, evidence marker 64, is there an impact above the rear passenger window?
Yes, sir.
15I, just a close-up of that?
Yes.
State what tender states 9A is an alpha through Z is in Zulu.
Any objection? No objection. Admitted.
Showing you what's been marked as 9A. Evidence marker 22. 9B, does that appear to be a fragment
Yes.
or a projectile?
I believe jacketing.
Jacketing. States 23, now this is south of the portico.
Yes, sir.
This is the line of cars on the south end of the parking lot.
That's correct.
States 23, does that appear to be jacketing?
It does.
Okay, move in close. And is there markings on that that indicate to you that that's probably jacketing?
Yes, sir. Down on the, as you're looking at the left side, those striations at the bottom.
States 25. Don't see a reference, but this appears to be under the portico in that area by the window. I can see fragments here from the window. Does there appear to be a projectile or jacketing?
Yes, sir.
Underneath that impact we looked at earlier on the wall to the west of the windows that were broken, or the window that was broken, in states 9G, we see evidence markers 27 and 26 on the ground below it. Were there projectiles or jacketing found at those locations?
I believe those evidence markers are specifically marking the impacts to both the pole at 27
The pole and the wall?
and the wall at 26, yes, sir.
Okay. And if they put on the ground because they can't stick it to the wall? or-
That's correct.
Okay, all right. States 28, is this near, again, the Ford?
Yes, it is.
28, does that appear to be a fragment?
Yes.
In 9J, would this be markers that are on the west side of the portico,
Yes.
leading to that sidewalk that leads to the southwest corner and the drive?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. So states 29, we can see jacketing, and it looks like a fragment of a core maybe.
Yes, sir.
States 9I,
More jacketing.
is that jacketing?
Yes, sir.
States 9M,
Again, more fragment jacketing.
at evidence marker 30, there appears to be an item, a flattened item, maybe some type of a projectile or part of a projectile.
Or fragmentation from the vehicle, punching through the sheet metal, but yes,
Okay.
it looks like some type of debris, and then
What about-
obviously jacketing.
Jacketing, okay. And when you say jacketing, that's going to be jacketing that's on the projectile itself that has separated from it.
Yes, the bullet itself, the projectile itself is, in this particular case, is wrapped in a copper jacketing, and has a lead core on the inside. It's common for the jacketing to shed when it hits hard objects.
States 9Q. Is that more jacketing?
Yes, sir.
And we can see a hollow in it here at the bottom.
Yes.
32, just jacketing or a portion.
They're debris, metallic debris. I'm not sure if it's going to be fragmentation from a bullet or fragmentation from the sheet metal of the victim vehicle.
States 35, again, more jacketing. We can see the striations you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
Is that common in fired projectiles?
Yes.
Is that part of the jacketing, or I'm sorry, part of the rifling being imparted to the projectile?
Sometimes, depending on the full sample, but often, yes, it's from the rifling of the barrel.
And states 9Z. This almost looks like a ring as it lays there. Is that jacketing?
It is.
Now, moving to the west of the portico, into the area kind of near the Lexus.
Yes, sir.
Where it's parked. States 10A. What is this item that's marked here at 37?
That is a spent or fired shell casing.
States 10B.
Appears to be a close-up of the head stamp and primer area of that particular fire casing.
Okay, now on this head stamp, this area here on the head stamp, is that the primer?
Yes,
Does it have a firing pin imprint?
it does.
Okay, and is that from firing?
It is.
9x19, 9 by 19, is that 9 millimeter?
It is.
All right. MXT, so that's the designation by the manufacturer?
Yes.
Of the brand?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Herman, have you moved into evidence, exhibit number 10?
I may not have, Your Honor, I'm moving kind of faster. So we would move into evidence states, or we would tender for admission states 10A through X. Yes, A through X is an X, right?
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
All right, now moving down that sidewalk, we're at marker number 38. And we can see the edge of the handicap spot here on the southwest part of the building, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. At evidence marker 38, is there a shell casing?
There's two.
Two, I'm sorry, one here and one over here.
Yes, sir.
All right. And states 10E,
Again, a close-up of the head stamp area of that one of those casings.
is it the same brand, the MXT?
It is.
Same caliber?
Yes, sir.
10F, the other one,
That's correct.
at that evidence marker, states 10G, Same brand, same caliber.
Yes, sir.
Now, moving into that little triangular section of gravel and this landscaping, states 39. And this is states, I'm sorry, not states 39. States 10H, states 10I. Is there a shell casing found there?
Yes, sir.
States 10G or J.
Again, the close-up of that shell casing showing the head stamp.
States 10K, evidence marker 40 on the other side of that area. States 40 is a close-up, states 10L. Is there a shell casing there?
Yes, there is.
States 10M as in Mike. Is that the shell casing now showing the head stamp?
Yes, sir.
Were all of these shell casings that were collected in the scene 9mm?
Yes, they were.
And were they all MXT?
Yes, they were.
States 41, this is states 10N. Is there a shell casing there outside of that gravel area?
Yes, sir.
States 10O, is that a close-up of the shell casing?
Yes, sir.
States 10P, same head stamp on that shell casing.
That's correct, sir.
States 42, another shell casing here.
Yes, sir.
Close-up in states 10R,
Yes, sir.
same head stamp, and this is in states 10S.
Yes, it is.
Same caliber, same manufacturer.
Yes, sir.
States 10T, evidence markers 44 and 43, shell casing and shell casing.
That's correct.
States 43, a close-up.
Yes, sir.
And states 10, V is in Victor. We can see the same head stamp, same caliber, same make.
Yes, sir.
States 44, this is states 10, W is in whiskey, evidence marker 44. We can see it on shell casing.
That's correct.
States 10X.
The head
shell
stamp.
casings, head stamp.
Yes, sir.
And there were other shell casings in that area that were collected and
Yes, sir.
photographed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we would tender states 11A through V, as in Victor.
Any objection? Admitted.
We would tender states 12A through T as in Tango.
Any objection? Okay, admitted.
And states 13A as in Alpha through I as in India.
Any objection? Admitted.
Detective, did you and Detective Kirkpatrick make contact with employees at the Home to Suites in reference to their video surveillance system?
Yes, we spoke with the hotel's general manager.
And did you take note that there were exterior cameras?
Yes, sir.
Did they allow you and the Tampa Police Department to review their video system for potential evidence that may be related to the case?
Yes, sir.
And was evidence, video evidence, located that actually depicted the shooting?
Yes, sir.
And was that collected?
Yes, it was.
Was the date and timestamp checked on that
Yes, sir.
video system?
Yes.
And what is it being checked against as far as the time?
We used the National Atomic Clock of the Naval Observatory.
Okay. And is that accurate time?
Yes, it is.
And was there an offset of time?
Yes.
And what was that?
1 minute and 45 seconds.
1 minute and 45 seconds fast,
No, I'm sorry. The video footage was 1 minute and 45 seconds slow from real time.
slow from real time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the date was correct?
Yes, it was.
All right. Now, in the parking lot, I'm going back to States 1. in this area here to the west of the home to suite, south of the Holiday Inn. Are there charging stations?
Yes, there are.
Okay. And it's pretty much right when this 45-degree angle here starts, right in this area?
Yes, sir.
We have one moment.
Yes?
All right, we're going to try to find a photograph that shows that area. We were just looking at those photographs to see the north trail from the south end of the motor vehicle and the Dodge Charger and its fluid trail left in the roadway.
Yes, sir.
So you saw the Tesla charging, and you saw there was a Tesla sitting there,
Yes, sir.
parked?
Yes, sir.
All right, and did you and Detective Kirkpatrick have a discussion about any potential surveillance video from that motor vehicle?
Yes, we did.
Do you have knowledge that Teslas have a Sentry system?
Yes.
That if it's activated and the car actually has that installed through Tesla, that it can record around the vehicle?
Yes.
Sustain is deleting.
Okay, I can rephrase. Are you aware of any kind of security systems within Tesla motor vehicles?
Yes, if equipped with the Sentry mode system, and if it's activated, Teslas have cameras pretty much covering 360 degrees of the vehicle itself. So all around the vehicle, there's cameras.
Were you able to determine who the owner of the Tesla was?
Yes.
And were you able to contact him?
Yes, he was a guest at the Home 2 Suites.
Did he agree to come down and meet with you at his Tesla?
Yes, he did.
Did you end up actually sitting in the Tesla for some reason with him?
Yes, in order to review the video on his in his Tesla, we had to access it from the computer that runs the vehicle itself. There's a big screen inside in the center console, so that's where we viewed the video.
You actually viewed it on the center console of the Tesla?
Yes, sir.
All right. And in going back and reviewing video, did you find any video that may be relevant to the case?
Yes, we did.
And was that video collected? Did he give you consent to collect it?
Yes, he did.
Was there a date or timestamp on the video?
Yes, there was.
And was the time, well, first of all, was the date accurate?
The date was accurate, yes.
Was the timestamp checked again against the standard that you used earlier when you were checking the surveillance system in the Home 2 Suites?
So if the Tesla itself, there's no way to, like, if we were viewing video from a DVR system that's a security surveillance system, like, say, inside the building itself, we can look at that video in real time, live time, and be able to see the time and, time and date that it's currently recording. However, the way that the Tesla works, there's no way to view live time. So what we were able to do, though, is specifically go to the approximate time frame that we knew existed from the Home 2 Suites, and then went to that time to see if there was any activations of the Sentry mode camera systems in the Tesla at around the same time of the events from the Home 2 Suites, and we were able to compare it to that. And based on that, it was, I think, maybe only a couple seconds difference.
Okay. A couple seconds difference between the Tesla and real time.
Yes, sir.
And the date was accurate on it?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Your Honor, we would tender States 23.
Any objection?
I don't have any objections to any of the evidence witnesses.
Okay.
Okay, admitted,
Move to publish States 23.
yes.
I don't think so. Your Honor, we're going to tender States 22A, States 47, and States 36A.
Any
And those are all
objection?
items I've shown to counsel.
No objection.
Okay, so that's 22A.
A, 47,
27,
and then 36A.
okay,
All right.
admitted,
So I'm going to move to publish 22A. So Detective, I'm going to kind of walk through this video with you. In reviewing the video from the home to suites, did you find cameras mounted not only on the south end of the building, but around the perimeter of the building?
Yes, sir.
This camera here, what direction does that face?
This is facing facing towards the southeast.
Okay. As this car passes that we're going to see come through here, we're going to see another shot from behind it, from a different camera. Would that be facing northeast?
Yes.
Okay. And what I'll do is try to stop as we proceed. Was this car, did it become a car of interest in the investigation?
Yes.
Okay. And were you all able to identify the make and model?
Yes.
Okay, and what was it?
Chevrolet Impala.
All right. Okay, now are we on the second camera that is facing northeast?
That's correct.
All right, so up in the upper part of the screen, middle part of the upper part, we see a roadway. Would that be McKinley?
Yes, sir.
And would that be the intersection with Fowler?
Yes.
Now, in this camera, is this camera facing to the east on the north end of the building?
Yes.
Is that the same vehicle?
Yes, it is.
This camera here, we talked earlier about on the west side, going up the sidewalk from where the Lexus SUV was parked, which was just to the west of the portico entrance. There was a sidewalk, and you said if you go up that sidewalk, you enter this patio area with a pool. Is this the area?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so where the car is now, is that the area where the Dodge Charger's fuel trail or liquid trail, fluids trail ends up being left?
Yes, sir.
As it's fleeing, okay. The area that's just on the other side of that van where we can see the Impala, is that approximately, in fact, let me just step up here. Are these the charging stations here for the Tesla?
Yes, this is the charging station. I believe that's the Tesla right there.
Okay, all right. And I apologize, I don't have anything that'll, a pointer that'll work on that screen. Did you all make note of the fact in this video that that Impala had circled around the north end of the building?
Yes, sir.
And in the video here, does it appear to be turning around?
It appears it does like a 3-point turn to turn around and go back the other way.
And what part of the complex is shown here?
That's the front entrance portico area, along with the victim vehicle.
And then we just saw the southeast or southwest corner of the building.
Yes, sir.
Now, that car, that Chevy Cruze, was that identified as a suspect vehicle?
Yes, it was.
All right. So this video is moving a little too fast. I hope it doesn't mess up. Okay. And is this again the Impala?
Yes.
And is it moving out of that 3-point turn?
Yes, that's right in front of the Tesla.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you about that. So this camera here, this is not part of the home to suite security system?
No, sir.
Is that from the Tesla?
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be the front end of the Tesla or a side of the Tesla?
Yeah, I believe roughly the front end of it. Yes, sir.
And is that the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
And does the Chevy Cruze make some maneuver here?
Yeah, appears to conduct a U-turn and go back towards the front entrance of the home to suites, the portico area.
Is this happening in close time to when the actual shooting occurs?
Yeah, within minutes prior to.
Okay. And now we see this is a little before that where the Chevy Cruze comes around to the west side?
Yes, this would be right before the clip that we just watched. Yes, sir.
Okay. Up in the top, I don't know if you can see that, is the Impala seen parking,
Yes, sir.
backing into a spot. Can you stand up and show, because it looks like they just pulled out and they're moving in again.
Yeah, right here. So like midway, the top of the van, in between the space in between here, you can see the vehicle pulls in to the space, kind of backs out, and then pulls back into the space.
Would it put it on the other side of the Tesla?
It would be northwest
West.
of
Yeah.
the Tesla. Yes, sir.
Okay. And now do we see the Chevy Cruze come back past?
That's correct.
And the Chevy Cruze exits?
It pauses briefly there, and then eventually does exit, traveling southbound on McKinley.
Now, do we see individuals moving around that
Yes.
Impala? And do we see people running past the front of the Tesla?
Yes, sir.
Is that the rear of the Tesla?
That is the rear of the Tesla.
Is this the side of the Tesla?
That would be the passenger side of the Tesla.
Okay. I want to back up a little. In this shooting event, we see an individual emerge near that yellow car on the top right-hand side of the screen,
Yes, sir.
in between the Mercedes and what you identified earlier as a Bronco,
Yes, sir.
yellow, orange colored. Does that person appear to be wearing something over their head and face?
Yes, sir.
And what is it?
A mask of some type, like a ski mask type.
Okay. Is that the individual, or is he dressed similarly to the individual that is seen just a few seconds before on the Tesla video going down that grass area behind those cars?
It appears to be, yes, sir.
Now, it's clear to you in your investigation, is it not, that they're shooting rifles, these two shooters?
Yes.
And were any rifle casings found in that crime scene?
No, sir.
Was the area up near that orange or yellow Bronco and that Mercedes SUV on the other side of, was that whole area searched where the person wearing the orange ski mask was shooting?
Yes, sir.
Nothing found?
Nothing found.
No shell casings?
No, sir.
All right. Was thorough search conducted?
Yes, sir.
Now, where I paused it is the Charger going through the area we discussed it earlier where there's the two curbs, the sidewalk, the panels possibly from underneath the car that are found?
Yes, the vehicle just passed north, followed by one of the suspect shooters on foot behind it.
And can you see the car bouncing as it goes over that area?
Yes, sir.
Now, we're seeing flashing from the left-hand side of the screen. Is that the shooter with the orange mask?
Yes, sir.
And is he shooting from a position that's near the Tesla charging station?
It's right next to the Tesla itself.
Now, we see a consistent rhythmic flashing now. Is that the alarm system on the Tesla or some other vehicle going off?
I believe it's from the Tesla itself, yes, sir.
All right. And could that have been caused by the concussions from the firing of the gun?
We believe so, yes, sir.
Is this, again, the Tesla camera?
Yes, it is.
And it's picking up, is that the Dodge Charger fleeing?
Yes, sir.
And now do we see the pistol shooter running by?
Yes, sir.
And then the second shooter? And now the person with the mask on?
That's correct.
And is that a camera that appears to be on the west side of the Tesla?
Yes, that's the driver's side.
Okay. And are all the individuals running back to the area where we previously saw what appeared to be the Impala backing into a parking spot?
Yes, sir, they are.
Okay. Now, you talked earlier about the Impala becoming a suspect vehicle, a potential vehicle of interest.
Yes, sir.
And did you, in your investigation with the other detectives, pursue investigation of that vehicle?
Yes.
Did that include, through investigative means, obtaining at least a description and then later a tag number for it?
Yes.
And was that tag number put into some type of a system where it could potentially give you alerts off of license plate reader cameras?
Yes, sir.
Were you then alerted to license plate readings of the vehicle on the 23rd of June traveling across I-4?
Yes.
And was it heading towards the east, towards Orlando?
Yes, it was.
And at some point, did it track into Polk County?
Yes, sir.
through those license plate reader alerts?
Yes, approximately the area of Auburndale in
Okay.
Polk County.
And then, did you notice through the LPR activity that there were other license plate pickups of that tag as the car was being operated in the Auburndale area?
Yes.
And this was going to be, this would be this on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of June, moving forward?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you contact, or did another detective along with you contact an agency in Polk County in reference to that?
Yes, we did. We
And-
contacted the Polk County Sheriff's Office, specifically the Polk County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit.
All right. And did you alert them to your investigation and this car of interest?
Yes, we did.
And was it your understanding they sent some officers out to an area in Polk County to potentially monitor and look for that vehicle?
Yes, we actually specifically sent them to the area through research on the tag and the registered owners of the vehicle. We determined a residence specifically for 75 Opal Avenue in Auburndale as a potential location where that vehicle could be located. So that's why we contacted the Polk County Sheriff's Office and asked them if they could assist us investigating whether or not that vehicle was in fact there at that address.
Okay. And did you determine that the registered vehicle of the Impala was registered or lived at an address in Jacksonville in Duval County?
Yes, sir.
And, but that person had activity or interest in that address in Auburndale?
Yes, the registered owner of the vehicle had a former address at that residence. And then when we conducted research on the address, we discovered that the registered owner of the vehicle's mother still resided at that address, or still had that address listed as an address for her with the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
Who was the person that you determined to be that the Impala was registered to? If you need to refer to your report, you can.
If I could, please.
It'll refresh your memory.
The vehicle was registered to Damelee Lyle.
Okay. Did your investigation later determine that to be the mother of Shawn Gathright?
Yes, sir.
After notifying Polk County Sheriff's Office and asking them, or them telling you they were going to send officers out to that Opal Avenue address, did you then start actually responding towards Polk County?
Yes, myself and Detective Kirkpatrick pretty much immediately got in the car and started driving in that direction.
Okay. And did you in fact make it over there to Polk County?
Yes, sir.
And were you sitting down to eat lunch when you arrived, when something happened or you received some message?
Unfortunately, yes, sir.
Okay. They were actually bringing your food to you?
Yeah, they were.
Okay, all right. Did you have to leave and then go to that?
Yes.
Respond to that message?
Yes, sir.
Did you in fact respond to that address or to an area near that address in Auburndale?
Yes, sir. We responded directly to 475 Opal Avenue.
And did you make contact with Polk County Sheriff's Office deputies there?
Yes, sir.
And did you make contact with a civilian, an individual related to that car?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
That was actually Miss Lyle's mother, Lorna Allen.
Lorna Allen.
Who?
So that would be Mr. Gathrights' grandmother.
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you end up conducting an interview with her?
Yes, we did.
And did she, either along with the interview or at some point during the interview, give you consent to review her security system that was installed in her house?
Yes, sir.
And there were external cameras that showed areas of the front of the house?
Yes, we were able to see what appeared to be 2 external cameras on the front of the residence.
And did you view that inside of her residence somewhere?
Yeah, she had her system was basically wired into her television in the living room, so she allowed us to go inside of her house with her and pull up the video and view the video from her television screen.
Did you find portions of video that appear to be relevant to the case?
Yes, we did.
Did you collect those
Yes, we did.
portions? All right. And did you check the time and date stamp for any offset to real time?
Yes, we did.
And was there any offset?
It was 8 minutes. The video was 8 minutes, I'm sorry, 8 seconds slow.
8 seconds slow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, we would move to published states 47.
Okay? Has that been admitted?
It has.
Okay.
Okay, and Detective, looking at the screen, this appears to be dated on June 23rd
Yes, sir.
at 6:39:16 PM.
Yes, sir.
All right, and were you all looking from the 23rd forward because that was the date of your murder?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, did you, in the video, does it show the Impala that you're interested in this case?
It does.
Was the individual there in the video identified as Shawn Gathright?
Yes, sir.
Did it appear he was removing items from the trunk?
Yes, several bags from both the trunk and the passenger compartment of the vehicle.
Could you see where he was taking them?
He appeared to be taking them inside of the garage of Miss Allen's house.
Okay, yeah. That's all right, let's go check it out. All right, so we're going to try to play that on a different player, because the video you obtained did not skip like that.
No, no.
Okay, all right. While you were obtaining this video and speaking with her, did she at some point ask you all, did she take a phone call?
She did.
And was that from her daughter?
We believe so, yes, sir.
Okay. And did she ask you to leave?
Once we obtained the video, yes, sir.
Okay. And did you leave?
Yes, we did.
You honored her request?
Yes, sir.
Well, it was working better. Detective, did Mr. Gathright remove just a couple of items or several items from the car?
Several items.
Detective, did it appear that at some point he obtained a towel and started wiping the car down?
Yes, it did.
Did it appear that he removed some clothes from the back seat earlier?
From the trunk and the back seat, I believe there was clothing and a mixture of bags.
it appears it's froze up on us, so we're going to publish this later, but at some point, does he change positions with that Impala and a motor vehicle that is inside that garage?
Yes.
What type of motor vehicle is inside the garage?
Toyota 4Runner?
Okay, and is it an older model?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That vehicle there, is that the car that Polk County stopped his grandmother driving, the Impala?
Yes, sir.
So after Ms. Allen asks you to leave the residence and you all leave, do you ask Polk County to impound the car?
Yes.
And do you seek a search warrant to search the car?
Yes, we do.
All right, and does Polk County assist you with that?
Yes, they do.
And is that because you're in Polk County's jurisdiction?
Yes, sir.
So that warrant has to be reviewed by an assistant state attorney in Polk County in that jurisdiction. Is that correct?
You are leading, so.
I can rephrase. Did you have to have that warrant reviewed by a prosecutor?
Yes.
And where was that prosecutor located?
Within Polk County.
All right. And why is that?
Where we seized the vehicle from, with the assistance of the Polk County Sheriff's Office, was within the jurisdiction of the Polk County Sheriff's Office in Polk County.
And was that warrant approved by the prosecutor?
Yes, it was.
And was it submitted to a judge in Polk County?
Yes, sir.
And did that judge review the warrant?
Yes, sir.
Did they approve it?
They did.
And was it executed and was the vehicle searched?
By the Polk County Sheriff's Office, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you leave there after dealing with Ms. Allen and obtaining this video and then asking Polk County to assist with the vehicle, and the vehicle is towed by their agency at that point?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you and Detective Kirkpatrick go back to the same restaurant to have your lunch?
Yes, we did.
While you're eating lunch, are you notified by Detective Ramos or Detective Campbell, who were up in Georgia, of some development in Jacksonville?
Yes, we actually were able to finish our lunch, but we were en route to the Polk County Sheriff's Office to execute the search warrant that was approved.
Okay, from lunch. Okay.
And that's when we received a call from Detective Ramos and learned of the development of the case.
Okay. We keep calling that lunch. That's really like dinner, right?
Dinner at that point.
7 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What?
Rejecting the relevance of lunch.
Okay, well, anyway, it's kind of
Okay.
anecdotal, but
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead. What's
that's
the next
fine.
question?
You're eating a meal.
Yes, sir.
So you're driving to the sheriff's office and you get contacted by Detective Ramos.
That's
Is that
correct.
correct? All right. Now, by that point, had you alerted him or some other agency to the development with the 4Runner?
Yes, we had.
What had you done in reference to that?
We notified the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office that our investigation had revealed that Shawn Gathright was potentially in possession of and operating the Toyota 4Runner that he got from his grandmother's house in Auburndale.
When you were en route from your meal to the Polk County Sheriff's Office later that evening, were you notified by Detective Ramos or Detective Campbell as to a development in Jacksonville?
Yes, we were.
Okay. And did you and Detective Kirkpatrick, or were you asked to assist by traveling to Jacksonville?
Yes, we were.
All right. And did you actually travel to Duval County, Jacksonville?
We did.
Directly?
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you remember approximately what time you arrived?
I believe it was around 7 o'clock at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. And were you notified when you arrived, or before you went up there, that Mr. Gathright had been arrested in that vehicle?
That's correct.
When you arrived, did you go to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
We did.
Did you meet with someone there?
We met with officers from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office gang unit.
Okay. And at some point, did you contact Mr. Gathrights' mother?
Yes.
Was she requested to respond to the sheriff's office?
Yes, she was.
Did she do that?
She did.
And did you sit down with Mr. Gathright and her?
Yes,
Did you attempt to interview Mr. Gathright?
we did.
At some point, did his mother pass a note to him?
Yes.
And after being passed a note, did he decide not to speak to you?
Objection, counsel is testifying.
Overruled.
Yes, that's,
Okay. After receiving the note, what did he do?
he refused to answer any further questions.
Okay. Did you alert any detectives in your unit as to that, what occurred there?
We passed that information on to Detective Ramos.
All right. And did you and Detective Kirkpatrick then leave Jacksonville and go somewhere?
We did. We left Jacksonville and came back to the city of Tampa.
All right. Your Honor, I'm going to move to publish States 36A that has been admitted already into evidence.
Okay.
Do you recognize, well, let me go back to this quote here. Do you recognize this individual in this photograph?
Yes.
Who is that?
Shawn Gathright.
Your Honor, we would tender States 36B for admission
Okay, any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
and publishing States 36B. Do you recognize that person?
Yes, that's Shawn Gathright.
Same person.
Yes, sir.
I'll tender the witness.
Okay, cross.
Just pick up where we left off. This is Shawn Gathright.
Yes, sir.
That's Shawn Gathright on the day of or the day after the murder of Charles Jones.
I'm not sure when that photo is from, but that is Shawn Gathright at or around the time of the homicide.
Okay, at or around the time of the homicide. This photograph here, this is Shawn Gathright as well.
Yes, sir.
This is not at the time of the homicide, correct?
No, it appears to be a booking photo.
All right. Well, whether it's a booking photo is kind of irrelevant. What I'm asking is this at the time of the arrest? I mean, I'm at the time of the incident, the murder.
No.
All right. You see the difference between the two, right? With Mr. Gathright,
Yes.
that his hair is much longer in the picture where it's closest to the incident.
His hair is longer in the incident, the photo that's closest to the incident. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is Detective Ramos's investigation, correct?
He is the lead investigator. Yes,
All
sir.
right. You were just assisting Detective Ramos,
That's correct.
and your involvement in the case really was, well, the bulk of it was really on the day of your first day of investigation, right?
Yeah, the bulk of it was the scene investigation itself. Yes, sir.
All right. So that's, the markers that you discussed earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
The shell casings that you found at the scene,
Yes, sir.
and the projectile fragments, those sorts of things, right?
That's correct.
All right. The evidence that was collected at the scene, did you collect it yourself?
No, the evidence is typically collected by the crime scene techs at our direction as a scene detective.
So you directed the crime scene techs to collect the evidence that was at the scene, right?
That's correct.
All right. And is it your job or responsibility, or is it Detective Ramos's responsibility to have that evidence processed later on at some point down the line?
Ultimately, it's Detective Ramos's, but obviously we all consult with each other on the items of evidence that are collected, what evidence to send off.
All right. Did you at any point have any of that evidence processed or analyzed?
But by analyzed, do you mean like by a laboratory?
Yes. Did you request it to
No.
go to the laboratory? Did you request any expert to analyze the evidence?
No,
All right. So in this investigation, that was not your role,
that's correct.
and you did not have anything to do with that.
That's correct.
All right. You spoke to Shawn Gathrigh's grandmother at her house, right?
Yes, sir.
And she was there when Shawn Gathright was there in the video that we saw earlier, when Shawn Gathright is exchanging items from the Impala into the garage area.
That's correct.
She was there. Was she standing outside with him, with Mr. Gathright?
I believe she was in the garage. You can see him talking to her, and then at the very end of the video, before he leaves in the forerunner, she is outside in the driveway, and he gives her a hug.
Okay, so she's there with him while he's exchanging the items back and forth between the Impala and the other vehicle.
That's correct.
All right. And Did ShawnGathright's grandmother see any rifles?
What she specifically said was that he removed camera equipment from bags that were contained inside the vehicle.
Right, so she did not see any rifles.
She did not.
All right. And she couldn't tell if there were any rifles or firearms or ammunition inside of those bags, correct?
That's correct.
You yourself, looking at the video, you can't tell whether there's any rifles, firearms, or ammunition inside of the bags, correct?
That's correct.
The bags are not see-through.
That's correct.
All right. So Shawn Gathright told his grandmother that the bags contained camera equipment.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustain as to hearsay.
He just testified to that.
I know, but it was hearsay when he testified to it, but no one objected. Now they're objecting and it's hearsay.
It's in evidence.
No, it's not. It's not. It's the witness statement of the grandmother's hearsay. It's hearsay.
Did Shawn Gathright tell his grandmother the truth?
Objection, hearsay.
I'm going to sustain the objection. It's hearsay.
The statement
This was a
is
hearsay
not offered
reception.
for the truth of the matter asserted.
Okay, approach the bench. All right, go ahead.
Mr. Gathright lied to his grandmother when he told her that he was removing camera equipment from the vehicle, the Impala, to the other vehicle.
Your Honor, I object. It's double hearsay. This is what the grandmother's telling the detective that Gathright told her. So I'm objecting for the record.
All right, sustain the objection,
We just had this conversation in sidebar. I don't understand what the difference is.
but it actually is double hearsay.
It's
It is double hearsay.
It's a non-hearsay statement, Judge.
Okay, all right, sustain the objection.
Your investigation in this case ended when you finished your report, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. That was over a year ago,
Yes, sir.
September 30th of 2024.
On or about, yes, sir.
All right. Since then, you haven't done any investigation in the case?
No, sir.
And in this, in this case, did you do any investigation as to whether Alicia Andrews was involved in the murder?
No.
All right. So you don't know whether she intended to kill Charles Jones?
No, sir.
All right. You don't know whether Alicia Andrews conspired with Shawn Gathright to do anything?
No.
You don't know whether Alicia Andrews even knew Shawn Gathright?
No.
You don't know whether Alicia Andrews knew Davion Murphy, right?
No.
You don't know whether Alicia Andrews knew Rashad Murphy?
No.
All right, no further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Detective, would it be fair to say that your understanding of the entire case is nowhere near the understanding that the lead detective has?
Sustain the objection.
Do you have the same knowledge of this case as the lead detective?
No.
Do you have the holistic image of the case that he has?
Yes.
Do you understand the case as well as Detective Ramos?
No.
Did you conduct investigations in Georgia or Jacksonville other than the time that you went to Jacksonville that you've testified about?
No.
All right. And other than what you've testified to, did you conduct any other investigation?
No, sir.
Okay. I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Your Honor, we would ask that he stand under subpoena. You can
Okay.
leave the courthouse office.
Yeah, you're excused for today, subject to being recalled.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other quick witnesses outside you need to call? Okay.
Your Honor, the state would call Safe and Washarami.